are where we are now.
So, Louis, I understand that growing up in France, you were a fan of the old Bill Bixby live-action series, and I was wondering if you could comment on, how that influenced you, and if that's going to come into play in the new film.
Yeah, well, in France we didn't have Marvel comic books. We had French comic books, Tintin and stuff like that. And so my first exposure to the Hulk was the Bill Bixby Ferrigno TV show, and I guess like a lot of you guys, I loved it, and that's what really attracted me to this project. So when I first met them, I told them, if we do something, if you want me to do the Hulk, I'd love to go back to the TV show origin, to have the TV show feel.
And Edward, I understand that you're contributing more than just acting in the film. Can you talk about what else you're bringing to the film?
Well, you're making me be immodest. I came into this and I wrote the screenplay, and I was a Marvel kid. I mean, I had subscriptions to a lot of Marvel comics, and when they used to come in the plastic wrap with a little piece of Scotch tape on them. Yeah, so I loved Hulk, the early incarnation of Hulk, and then the television show when I was a kid, and then in later years I really liked where they took in the Return of the Monster series and the Bruce Jones series. I thought those were really, actually, the writing and the graphics were all really contemporary and great, I thought. And I always felt like it was like one of those great contemporary myths. It comes right out of the tradition of almost like Greek mythology. This notion of this suppression of your inner demon, and so the whole idea when I first started talking to Kevin and Louis of starting from scratch and reconceiving the story as a mythic saga was really appealing to me. I mean, I think lots of stories get retold. We made a film of The Painted Veil that came out last year, and that was the fourth film that's been made of that one novella. So to me, something is that's had as many incarnations as the Hulk has, and that's as rich a story as the Hulk has, almost limitless potential in it to remake it, reconceive it, and it was I thought it was just a lot of people were giving me funny looks when I told them I was really interested in doing it, but I thought it was a really amazing opportunity to put our hands on one of the really classic modern mythologies and take it seriously. I think when Kevin and Louis and I were first talking about the TV show, sometimes it gets relegated to like people almost say, oh, Lou Ferrigno in the green paint, 70s kitsch. But when you watch that show, it really, the thing about it is it really doesn't talk down to the idea of the story. It takes it very seriously, and Bill Bixby, when you watch back at him, he's really amazing in it. He brings this incredible lonely pathos to that character, and that was what drew me to it. This idea of a moral person at war with with this thing inside of him, and the sort of the lonely fugitive aspect of it.
Liv, Betty Ross, definitely not a damsel in distress. What's your take on the character?
I actually haven't started filming officially yet, so I'm a little bit out of the loop, but
I was a huge fan of the TV show when I was a little girl. I used to watch it with my mother all the time, and like Edward was saying, there was something, so much humanity to it, and something so great about what this man was going through, and I just feel really excited to be a part of this, and I really am interested and drawn to this love story that these two people share, and that she sees something in Bruce that no one else sees, and believes in him in a way that no one else does. And in this story, basically, we're looking for a cure for him.
For Galen and